Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome back to the Crow's Nest. Welcome if you are new. We are a spiritual olive mind community learning as we grow along our ascension journey. We're going to get into our message for what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on. This is a collective message, so it might not resonate with everyone, but if it finds you and it resonates with you at that time, then it was intended for you. We're going to start with some of the channelings that I got leading up to our message for today. We usually do get some things come through about the general message for the day as I'm getting the cards ready, and then we'll get confirmation from the tarot and some guidance based on the message that we have here. So I love the energy already behind today's message. It's so beautiful what I have here already, and I had some beautiful action happen. We'll get into it, but I just really wish it was caught on camera because I was like, holy, I wanted to say holy cannoli. That's not something I would normally say, so I don't know who that was for. So let's start with some numerology. The frequency behind the day, the time that I'm recording this, is all about harmony. So 6 is definitely going to be a very significant for the day, as is 15, 2, and 5. So you might be seeing those numbers throughout your day, or those numbers just might be significant for you. But definitely a lot of harmony and peace at this time. So the message really about harmony and finding our inner peace and feeling like finding that place of inner peace and bringing about harmony for ourselves within and without. A lot of colors that I'm noticing for today, a lot of those pinks and reds still. So it's really interesting because I've been getting that for the last like few readings, pinks and reds. And, you know, I've been getting like a lot of reds and oranges and yellows for a while about fire energy. But now there's just something about these pinks and reds that are giving me like Valentine's Day vibes. And I said that yesterday too. So I don't know if there's something that's going to happen around Valentine's Day. I don't usually channel timelines, but I'm picking up Valentine's Day vibes. And I'm also seeing some blues today, a lot of warm colors, and that could also be speaking about the water guidance that we have coming through here in a little bit. And that has been guidance that I've been channeling as well, my last few readings. So there is also a sense of, for some of you, releasing anxiety. I feel that a lot of you are carrying tension, particularly in your back, like around the tailbone area. But for a lot of you, I feel that this is about your kundalini energy. And I was like, I kind of lost my voice for a second there. There might even be something about a kundalini awakening happening for you. So if that's resonating, you might want to research kundalini awakening a little bit, because I know when I had mine, I wasn't prepared for it, and I thought that there was something like really medically wrong with me. So I might even do a video on that just to kind of share my experience and share my knowledge to help to prepare you if that resonates. The next thing I got was I started with the Finding Inner Peace deck today, and quieting my ego came through. And there was a lot that came through with that. For some reason, when I wrote that down, I wrote the E like large. So I don't know what that means, but just wanted to point that out there for someone. Just, I don't know if the letter E is significant. There's just, for some reason, I wrote it larger than the other letters. And with this message, there was something about allowing your higher self to guide you now, no longer allowing your ego to take control. And I talked about this yesterday, breaking those habits about like self-talk and limiting beliefs through like negative self-talk. And I feel as though recently you've been like really combating your ego, and there's something about like an achievement that you're making in regards to this. Like you're finding a balance between your spiritual self and your ego, and this combating your ego, it's like your ego is coming up for you, and you're recognizing it and you're catching it, and you're trying to find a balance within those energies. You're understanding that you can't make the ego mind go away. So you're asking it, well, how are we going to work together here? So it's, I guess combating was the wrong word. It's just kind of like your ego is coming up, and it's trying to, it makes you feel as though it's disturbing you, and you're just going like, hey, look, we got to talk about this kind of thing. And my phone is now suddenly needing to be plugged in. Let's quickly do that. There we go. And interesting, I said 15 was significant today. When my phone is dying, it always tells me at 15%. So again, with the 15 confirmation. Speaking about 15, the next thing to come through was card number 15, again with the Finding Inner Peace deck, about love awakening my soul. And, you know, this ability to be balancing your ego right now, like your spiritual side and your mind side, is coming from this place of those activations that we've been speaking about in my last couple readings in regards to love and compassion and your inner fire. And I feel too, there's like this reciprocal pattern of kind of like the merry-go-round that we were talking about. Was it yesterday or the day before? But this is like the merry-go-round is now going in a different direction. Ooh, I like that I just said that. Hang on one second. Let me link. Very interesting. So we'll get there. So it's like the merry-go-round now is going in a different direction, in a more favorable direction for you. And the pattern that it's creating is that as you find yourself in this like higher state of love, it's like you're awakening. You've been given activations of love, and so now your love is awakening. You're opening your heart chakra, and it's like now the more you sit in this place, it's like this rabbit hole. It's just like I see a snowball, and as it's rolling down the hill, it's just getting bigger and bigger. And this is you in your spirituality. The more you go down that rabbit hole, the more you're just becoming so large. Like, did I post it on TikTok? Something about like, it was a message about like, you're just so large. You think you're small, but you're just like so huge. Anyway, so message there for someone. And the more that you're in this like activation of love, the more love becomes activated within you. So it just like builds and builds and builds and builds. I see a red balloon right now and my voice, oh my gosh. 1 second. I don't know what the red balloon means. I'm gonna have to like Google that later. I feel like that's significant. Red balloon. What is that song, 99 Red Balloons? Is that a song? And then we talked about that in the TikTok video that I just talked about too. Red was significant. It was Betty Boop I was channeling. Really interesting with the red jasper stone, which I just so happen to have on the Seeds of the Sacred Feminine deck today, which is a message all about grounding. This is like all so huge. I can't even explain to you all the links and synchronicities that are taking place. We'll just continue on. If you're catching on, it's for you. The other thing that came through was like card 51 with the Seeds of the Sacred Feminine. Did I say card 51? I don't know why I said that. Card 40, or on page 41, all about change energy, and this is all about honoring your sexuality. And I feel that this is a message about, again, duality between that inner masculine and feminine, the love that's being exchanged between the energies within yourself, that's bringing forward harmonious union, a state of union within yourself. And today is all about 6, red energy, 6, harmony. And I said red energy because I wrote red balloon right over that 6 that I just circled. And that's interesting that I circled that. We're coming up to the Wheel of Fortune. Came out twice. I don't know why I put one finger up. New beginnings, okay? This message is so weird. This is so weird. I don't usually channel like this. Okay, the next thing that happened was with page 39 with the Seeds of the Sacred Feminine, the honoring your body, honoring your vessel. So again, this message is so spiritual. This is about the honoring your body and your vessel is all about, you know, you are a very spiritual being, but you are in this physical vessel. And so you have to take care of your physical vessel, or your physical being is not going to be able to feel properly nourished. Because if your physical vessel is not well, then how can your light body feel comfortable and safe within the physical vessel that you're not making a safe environment for your soul? Very interesting message. And with that, there was also sit by a body of water. So that message is really significant. A lot of blue energy coming through. And something else, I don't know why I didn't write this down. So going back to the area when we were talking about quieting the ego and love awakens my soul, there was a third card that came out with that. And I kept it out because I had to show you this. There is a message, and again, it's been for a few readings now, about setting boundaries for yourself. And I had to show you this card because I was like, I don't know how to explain it so clearly. As you're quieting your ego, you're also learning how to set boundaries, like within yourself and within your environment, right? With the energies that come around you. And you're setting your boundaries so strong, and that's also helping you to awaken this love within your soul, because you're setting these boundaries through a place of love. And it's so significant. You're setting these boundaries in a way where you're being like so loud about it, and so clear and so blunt and so unapologetic. And this is what I'm talking about. This is you setting your boundaries. And it's not anger. It's not like, this isn't the kind of energy where you're crying or whining about it. You're just kind of like, no, stop it. Enough with this. And I think this is so powerful, because this is what's really propelling you. I'm getting like 3 energy from this. Like there's like a catalyst from this to come through, and that's what really launches us into like what's going to come through with this tarot. Okay, so as I was shuffling the tarot, the Wheel of Fortune came out in a transitional energy going into the upright. So it's like the wheel is in the process of turning in your favor right now. The wheel is currently in the process of being spun, okay? And it's kind of like it's almost reaching its like destination kind of thing. There's just like such a strong turning point in your favor, and it's because of this like love activation and these such clear, I'm channeling Ozzy Osbourne right now, like clear fucking boundaries. Like you're just like no more with that. The High Priestess came out after that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position. And I just really feel as though this is you on a mission for like searching within that inner clarity. The Wheel of Fortune came out again a second time with the Chariot, with that underneath it in the reverse. And this is like all about, again, that self-discipline to really stand strong in those boundaries right now, in speaking your truth, and in just being so firm in what it is that you know you need right now, what you need to be protecting yourself from right now. And again, about that blue energy, and I actually just like now I'm seeing it's like you're in an egg, like you're about to hatch. You're about to be reborn. It's so significant, this message. And then the Four of Swords also came out underneath that, going into a reverse position, talking about this like deep contemplation. Like I said, with that High Priestess also in the reverse, I really feel you going like deep into yourself, but like deep into your intuition. I don't know how to explain this message. It's like you are journeying through your spiritual self now. It's like we talk about journeying through ourselves and healing ourselves and learning how to balance the ego and find that duality within. But this is like a journey of like, now you're journeying through the most spiritual aspects of yourself. And then the King of Swords also came through again, like just you are so cutthroat right now in your boundaries and where you stand and what you stand for. And you're so comfortable in that place as well. And again, I just see you as like so large and large in a way, not in an egotistic way, but in a way where you're so confident. You have so much pride. And if you don't right now, that's guidance for you to know that confirmation of who you are. And it's not inappropriate of you to feel, to hold that space for yourself, okay? It's not, it's like for some of you, there's this mindset of, in the past, you've been told that you kind of need to take yourself down off your horse, but those people just don't know you, okay? And then the World card came out in the reverse position, and there's just like a sense of personal closure. Interesting that I went to that right after I said about like these people just don't know you, and you're finding that within yourself. You're finding this personal closure where you, again, a message that I channeled a couple days ago about you no longer need outside validation. You're finding everything you need inside yourself, and the more you journey inside yourself, the more I see you awakening and becoming just like so much more passionate and so much more confident. And I really do feel that you are really starting to carry your pride in a very humble and honoring way. There's that red energy again. Red is the color of honor. And the reds and the pinks. I don't know what's up with Valentine's Day, like February. It is the second month of the year. So there we go again with the twos. Something is happening. There's even been countdowns happening in my readings. You're about to blast off. Let's get some confirmation from the tarot and we'll get the guidance for us all. So on the tarot today, we have the hematite stone, talking all about clarity today, I feel like. And with that high priestess and the four of swords, like this, like searching deep within yourself, this deep contemplation, searching for clarity. Like you're really, really journeying through yourself right now. I feel that so profoundly. Oh my goodness, let's get a little bit more for you. If you're new here, my name's Crystaljoy, wounded healer and spiritual coach. We'll get a little bit of that confirmation based on that message, that rant that I just went on. Okay. And then some guidance. What do we have here? The first thing, the Hanged Man in the reverse position. Really feeling this. Really, really journeying so deep inside yourself. But now it's like, it's almost like that egg is so ready to be hatched, right? It's just like you've spent so much time upside down trying to get this new perspective that now it's turned you right side up, right? There's just something about how now it's like the wheel is turning in your favor. You're flipping yourself up, right side up, sort of thing. The Devil is in the reverse position. What's underneath this? The Six of Cups, reverse position. The World in the reverse position. And the Nine of Cups in the reverse position. Wow, you're just so done. You're so ready to move on from the things that have been holding you back in life. You've journeyed deep within yourself. This is about finding that balance with the ego, the darker sides of yourself. This is also speaking in regards to, again, this is collective, not for everyone, but some of you have really been mastering like your own toxic traits. Maybe there has been addictive patterns and templates that you've been breaking. I know that resonates for myself, okay? So you're really ready to, and it's like in the past you felt like you've healed these things, you felt like you moved on from them, but now there's this sense of like you're ready to allow that to no longer be part of your story, right? You are releasing that as being a part of your past. It's like in the past you've healed that, and it's like when you share your story with other people, you're like, oh yeah, this is my story, this is what happened to me. It's like not even part of your story anymore. You don't need the past to be part of your story anymore. When you talk about your story, you talk about the now and the future. You are so focused on the future, and I'm seeing the Sun card right now. You see the world as being so bright in the future. You know that there's so much hope and potential. And this isn't just speaking about the outside world, the environment around you. This isn't just talking about Mother Gaia. This is talking about your world within. You are finding everything in life so beautiful. This message is like, wow, it's so beautiful. And I feel that, like, I feel for a lot of you resonating with this message, there is a kundalini activation happening within you. I really feel the energy just like building right now. It's so powerful. This world card is like, again, you're putting it behind you, where you feel like all of this from the past, it's no longer like, you're talking about the Six of Swords that's been coming through in my readings, about leaving behind what you no longer need and taking the resources with you, right? This is that message. And it's like this, like you're the parts that you're leaving behind you are the parts of the story that we're talking about right now that you're no longer taking with you. And those leaving those parts of the story behind are allowing you to see that those parts of the story were preventing you from feeling as though something about like holding the world in your hands. Like, what I'm really getting right now is that you feel that now there is this sense of going back to, again, a message that I said once about you see now that you are the center of your own world. And what I mean by that is, like, you are a creator, a God in your own right. You create your reality. And you see that now, that by letting these parts of your story go, you're seeing that. I'm hearing the song A Whole New World from Aladdin. I'm hearing Jasmine singing A Whole New World, a dazzling place for me and you. I don't know the rest of the song, but like more wants to come out. More of those lyrics want to come out. So you might want to listen to that song. And then the Nine of Cups, it's like in the past, like you feel as though you've been robbed. You feel as though the things that you had to show for yourself, it's like they were taken away from you. And what I get from that is like, again, when you were seeking that external validation, you weren't getting the validation that you needed to fill your cup. And it was because you were seeking that validation from the wrong place. And now you see that by putting this part of your story, your template behind you, you're filling those cups up right now. Like, this is so intense, this message. Let's get a little bit more for you on this. Like, this is so intense. This is so intense. I'm always curious to know who I'm reading for, because this collective that I'm picking up on is, whoa, Nelly. Speaking of Whoa, Nelly, you know Earthworm Jim, when he gets on that rocket, I don't know if you've ever seen that, you can look into it. He gets on his rocket, right? And he like is about to blast off. He's like, whoa, Nelly. And then his like rocket shoots off. You know that countdown that I've been getting where it's like 3, 2, 1, blast off? Oh man, it's so intense. And it's like when he gets on that rocket, like, isn't that right before he goes through that part of the game where it's like a bonus round where he can collect all this bonus stuff? You're about to go through a freaking bonus round. The Fool card is here. Like, so much just fell out of the deck, right? So much. But we're just going to stick to the things that actually turn upright. Okay. It just got really intense. I'm not going to look at anything that did not turn over, because we have so much to go over here. The Fool card landed on I just saw all of that. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of energy. I saw the Hierophant, I'll say that much. Okay, all of that. Let's put it back. We know the Hierophant's there because I just looked at it. I wasn't supposed to, because I know if I look at the cards, then I have to go there. You know what I mean? There's that rabbit hole. And that's you on your spiritual journey. It's like when you see something, you're like, I have to follow it. And this is exactly what triggered my Kundalini awakening for me, is I was like, I I have to follow that. I have to follow that and that and that and that and that. And then boom. It was like an explosion went off. It was intense. The Fool card in the reverse position here, there has been a sense of you like holding yourself back from taking this leap. There is also a sense of you like there's like risky behavior is what I'm getting. In the past, this has been some of what's been preventing you from taking that leap, is you've been so caught up in that risky behavior. For some of you, this is so specific, not for everyone. For some of you, that's what you've been healing right now, is recovering from whatever was going on over here that made it hard for you to move on, whether that was the effects that it did to your like chemical balance within the brain or physical limitations, I feel like for some of you. But now it's like you're healing that, and there's a sense of moving on, going on like a vision quest. This was also a sense of in the leaving behind, it was like there's a lot of emotions that are presented to you, that are stacked up in front of you, that you're recognizing now, like what is your journey and what's not your journey. This is again a message for empaths, recognizing like what are your emotions, what are other people's emotions, having those boundaries, right? It's like when you're presented with emotions that are not your own, you're like, I don't need that at all. Love that card. And it doesn't even want to stay up anymore. The King of Cups in the reverse position. It's like, wow, the King of Cups in the reverse position. We have the Five of Cups here, the Three of Cups, Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the King of Wands in the reverse. This is like literally everything that keeps coming through in my readings yet again. Feeling in the past as though you've been like this energy of carrying the emotions that are not yours with you, as like taking that as your own personal baggage, has just left you feeling so emotionally unstable in the past, has made it hard for you to see, like you're focused on the wrong emotions, the emotions that are just going to, I feel like, get spilled all over the place. It's like these emotions cause you to be so emotionally unstable that you outwardly express it in a way. Like you like are literally carrying out people's emotions for them. Let's just say you're an empath and you go somewhere and you're around someone who is like grieving. There's my throat again. It's like you're going around someone who's grieving, and then later you're like, why am I bawling my eyes out? There's no reason for this. Because you're not connected enough to your own emotions. But this was like a pattern from in the past, right? And you're coming to this awareness that you're breaking those patterns right now, and you're celebrating. This is also a message for some of you in the past. There was fear of trusting other people. There was strong guidance about connecting with other people, teamwork, collaboration, maybe not even with other people, but with your higher self, which is a message that we've been talking about here with that High Priestess, that Four of Swords, that deep journey, that deep contemplation deep within your soul. You're really communing right now with your soul. I just saw lights flicker. I don't know if you saw that. Okay, so there's a confirmation right there. A light has been switched on. It was like I saw a light flicker, but it kind of like got brighter is what I saw. The Four of Pentacles, this was talking about how you were being too, like in the past, it was this energy of keeping yourself too protected, like not allowing other people to get close enough to you. You're not doing that anymore. You're allowing people and the right energies, your whether that be your spirit team or your higher self, you're allowing that to come in now. You're celebrating with them, and this is an energy of now. This is you setting your boundaries in a very healthy, in a very clear, very communicative manner, okay? And very unapologetic. And also, I feel this is very grounded. Speaking about today's 6 energy with harmony, you are finding harmony now within this grounded energy. And this is also speaking about the work that you've been doing, like really focused on your abundance, your financial wealth, your material, like abundance, all of that stuff. This is no longer feeling like overly conservative. This is, you're feeling very grounded, very confident right now. I'm feeling like tension in my jaw area too right now. I don't know what that is. And then the Knight of Pentacles also in the reverse position. It's like there's like honestly this significant message about a turning point in the things coming into you, right? Like speaking about the Four of Pentacles in the past being very conservative in an unhealthy manner. You were being conservative of your emotions, conservative of your money. I'm hearing conservative of your ideas. You have like, I'm hearing genius, like genius ideas. Genius ideas. And it's like, I'm seeing this too right now where you're trying to get people to hear your ideas. And you're like, no, you don't got it. You don't got it. And you're trying to be like, I'm trying to get you to get it, but there's just something about the level in which you see things and think things, and you're genius. There's just something about that there where just like most people are not on your level with what it is you're trying to get them to understand. And the Knight of Wands. But this is the King of Wands. There's something about you maturing in regards to your passion, awakening that inner fire, finding your inner peace. You know what? When I look at the King of Wands too, I want to show this to you. This is a card when in the upright position, do you see this little lizard down here? When I look at this card, I see balance with the ego, the passionate side, the spiritual side, and the mind. You know, we think about lizards, we think about reptilians. I don't know why I couldn't say that. And we think about lower vibrational beings, most people, most times. So for some reason, when I see this card, I see this as like, you are such a master of your ego. And you're just like, he's so like, you have so much control over this ego, which is just not under you. You're not belittling it, but there's just something about where you're just like, I'm not even bothered by you. And this lizard is just like, he is looking at you. It's like he's trying to get your attention, and you're just like, I got things to focus on, you know? And it's very passionate. And like I was saying, it's just like this really balancing the ego right now. You're really finding inner peace right now. You're finding confidence. You're finding your inner fire, your inner power. This was so powerful. What are we going to do next? Let's get a finding inner peace affirmation for us. And I think I might want to grab a Seeds of the Sacred Feminine. I know this is getting a little bit long, but this message is so powerful. I'm truly hoping that whoever it's meant for, you're getting what you need from this. We have the peacock ore on the Finding Inner Peace today, and I was actually really drawn to this stone while I was getting ready, getting the cards ready. So there's something here, a message here. You might want to look at peacock ore. I'm really feeling a message about balance in the mind, body, and soul. And today I'm really drawn to like the blues and the purples on this stone, which is bringing me back to the blues that I was getting earlier. And the blues that I was getting earlier was paired with purples. I just didn't feel them as significant. And I really do feel that this is tied to water energy. And very interesting too, right now I'm noticing the stone has some weight to it. There's just something about having to clear away dense energy, right? The ego. There's like some filtering, a filtration process that needs to take place. Very interesting. And I do feel that, because right now with like this turning point going in your favor about breaking all these cycles and having this celebration, I'm really feeling that, a filtration. I'm writing that down. There's just something so significant about, like, right now, like I was saying about that healing. There's something about just like filtering away. That's cool. Filtering away just like the final bits and pieces that don't need to be there. And as I was thinking about that, when I said interesting, I was seeing gold being siphoned, you know, like that process of, they have like the water trough and then like the screens, and you pick up the screen and you shake all the sand out and there's like the pieces of gold in the tray. I'm seeing that process where you're shaking the tray and all the dirt is falling out and you're being left with all these little nuggets of gold. Ooh, I love that for you. Nine of Cups, I feel that. So let's get a finding inner peace affirmation, okay? Just some guidance for this message. Okay. Apparently it's that one. Number 35, which I did say. 3, I was feeling 3 energy earlier and I wasn't sure why. And 5. 5s are significant today. And this is 8 energy, all about abundance. Those little nuggets of gold that I was just telling you about. So this affirmation is, I will cultivate mindfulness every day so my vibration raises to a spiritual awakening. I don't know if I said this. 35, spiritual awakening. So like I was saying, this message is such a very significant message in regards to your spiritual journey, in regards to these activations of love and this turning point in your favor, getting these gold nuggets. What? Let's get a Seeds of the Sacred Feminine guidance on this, because if we're going to be talking so much about quieting the ego and finding balance, duality within the ego, I really do feel that we got to get into balance within the sacred feminine a little bit here. So like I was saying as well, I did point out earlier the red jasper stone on the Seeds of the Sacred Feminine today, grounding, getting out into nature to find balance within the feminine. We did talk about that in my last few readings. So let's make this our final message here on some guidance for us on quieting the ego to really anchor in this entire message. Thank you so much. Right now, I feel so much deep gratitude within, and I feel that's some guidance for you all. Take some time to express gratitude. Hold gratitude for yourselves at where you are right now, because you are like literally Earthworm Jim jumping on a rocket, yelling yeehaw, and just like blasting off. It's insane. So just take a moment to acknowledge yourself, feel that sense of confidence within yourself, because I feel like this confidence that you're feeling right now, it's like a whole new world. Like I was channeling that song. It's like you've never been at this place within yourself that you're in right now. I just heard, even in all my lifetimes, all my life. I'm hearing that all my life, Casey and JoJo. We're getting some strong like romance energy as well here. And when I said that, I'm thinking about those pinks and reds. There's something up about Valentine's Day season. Okay, let me know if that resonates. So, Seeds of the Sacred Feminine guidance, be still. Feel like I was just saying that in a sense. There is some red energy happening here. A lot of 4 energy, right? Being very grounded. Really seeing those blues. I'm really drawn to there's like polka dots here as well. Really drawn to all those spots. Polka dots. Polka dots. Polka dots are significant. I don't know. That's for someone. I feel like you're going to know what that is. But I do feel like there's a message with the polka dots. And the dragonflies. It's definitely not a season to be seeing dragonflies where I am in the northern hemisphere, but dragonflies are a very spiritual creature. But you might even be seeing like pictures of dragonflies or seeing the word dragonfly. Seeing it on TV, stuff like that could be a significant message for you. You could look into the spiritual significance of dragonflies. I really do feel something powerful there with the dragonflies. So let's go ahead and get the message for be still from the guidebook, but definitely a message about connecting with earth, connecting with your own energy. Once again, this message about, flipped it over, getting too wrapped up in the emotions that are not your own, okay? So let's see here. Page 25. 2 and 5 I said are significant today. And this is, equals to 7, all about spirituality, right? So the speed of your world is dizzying. Your physical body has trouble keeping up. And this is that message, right? About taking care of your physical body. And rest, the 4 of Swords. This is so significant. The heightened level of stimulation, which is exciting your sacred masculine natures, takes its toll on your nervous system, affecting your moods and your sleep patterns. Take a moment to breathe and stop the whirlwind. Play in the realm of the sacred feminine for a while. When was the last time you sat still for more than 20 minutes? Try it now. Move in a comfortable position and find a gentle space to relax into. Be still like a deer or rabbit. Were we not talking about rabbit holes here? Settling your body into stillness is the first step. Now still your mind. The mind will try to convince you that every chore and task is more important than your well-being. Without judgment, notice your thoughts chatter away. Then, with loving regard, let them flow onward. Your sacred self waits for your moments of stillness to emerge. Be still and remember who you are. In the silence, feel your connection to the great mystery. And I really do feel this tying into yesterday's message, which was like a spider web of connections to other readings. There's something significant about this is like being stillness. You can be still anywhere, but there's something very significant about your connection with nature and guidance and wisdom that wants to come to you through the birds and through the trees. So I'll make sure that all those links are for you in the description so you can find those if you're feeling guided. And be sure to like and comment. Let me know if this resonated. Subscribe to be notified when I post next, and I'll see you in my next reading.